My doctor said I would be lucky to see my next birthday. I was 50 pounds overweight and totally out of shape. I'm Rob, a lifelong food enthusiast. I love cooking, baking, eating, and everything associated with it. My life was literally in my hands. I could continue with my bad food habits or eat healthy. The choice was mine. If I could do it, anyone can, but old temptations keep coming back. Staying healthy is a constant battle, but I'm determined to win the war. I'm Rob Kircher, host of Better Health and Greater Wealth, the one show that's all about living a smarter, healthier lifestyle, and of course, all the wellness cooking that goes with it. Folks, we have a very interesting show for you today for two main reasons. One, I want you to meet my good friend. This is Brandy Palmer, and Brandy is going to be our beverage expert, and she's going to be a regular in our show. And she's going to talk to us about all kinds of alcoholic as well as non-alcoholic beverages. And secondly, we're going to cook an amazing meal for you today. It's very healthy, it's very smart. It's a grilled chicken over baby greens with fresh blueberries and crumbly blue cheese and a balsamic vinaigrette. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put the breast literally on the grill. But I'm going to tell you something. They're not chicken breasts, they're chicken thighs. And a lot of people say, well, why do you want to use thighs opposed to breast? In my opinion, thighs are a lot, well, they just taste better and they're more juicy. And I think you're going to love it. So let's go to the grill and we'll do the thighs, okay? So Brandy, I'm going to let you be my helper today. I'm going to let you put the thighs on the grill. I'll hold the plate for you.
Okay, sure.
And we'll come over here. We got a really hot fire going here.
You want them on the bottom here?
Just anywhere in front.
Okay.
And lay it flat. Got to spread them out a little bit. I'm going to help Brandy just a little bit here, because once they get going.
There we go.
There we go. Okay, now
Sure.
put that one on there.
All right. Oops, sorry.
And once again, these are chicken thighs, and they are a lot more tender, if you will, and I think they taste better. Okay, perfect. Let's put that one right here.
You got it.
And we're good. All right, Brandy, I'm going to have you help me. If you wouldn't mind, just take two of those thighs off and cut them into strips. And while Brandy's doing that, I'm going to go ahead and prepare the salad. And again, we have baby greens here, and I'm going to add fresh blueberries. I'm going to add them all because I love blueberries. And then we have the crumbly blue cheese, and again, I'm going to add it all because I love crumbly blue cheese. Now, the basil vinaigrette is something that you have to kind of stir up a little bit. While I'm doing this, folks, Brandy and I have essentially come from the same area in upstate New York.
That's right.
And Brandy, why don't you tell the folks where you actually come from?
Well, I was raised in an area called the Thousand Islands, which borders the Canadian border. And as far as northern New York as you can possibly go. So you were on the other side of the lake of Lake Ontario, and I was on the
But I tell you,
east side of the lake.
and I used to go up to your area quite
Sure.
often with my dad when I was younger, because we'd go up to Henderson Harbor, you know where that is.
Absolutely.
And that's a great little fishing town in the Thousand Islands. And we would go bass fishing, largemouth bass fishing.
Big bass fishing up there.
Oh, unbelievable. And we would catch our limit, and there was so much bass up there, you caught your limit within 2 hours. And then the fun thing is that you went out and did a shore dinner with your guide, and that was so much fun.
That's exactly
It wasn't very healthy though, because I remember the guide, he would take like about 5 pounds of lard, and put it in a big skillet, and then fry the fillets, but it tasted wonderful, I must say. Okay, you did a beautiful job on that. Let's plate a couple of these. If you would take that one, I'm going to take this plate here, and we're going to put just a little bed of salad here, and hold yours out. Okay. And then once you
Great.
put some of the breast or the chicken thighs on there.
Got it.
And I got to tell you, folks, this is an amazing meal. You're absolutely going to love it. And again, you can go to our website, which is www.betterhealthgreaterwealth.tv for the recipe. And you can also learn about Brandy, my friend. And okay, so I think that's fabulous. Now, I'd like to just pair this a little bit. And folks, there's two schools of thought. Okay, you can also have a alcoholic as well as a non-alcoholic beverage, right?
Of course.
Why don't you
yes.
tell the folks about this amazing Sauvignon Blanc?
Sure. So this is comes from our William Hill estate from my Gallo family in California. This is more in the North Coast. We're right near the Silverado Trail, and we pick most of these Sauvignon Blanc grapes actually from another vineyard called McMurray Ranch. I'm sure you're familiar
absolutely.
with Fred McMurray and my
Yep.
three sons.
Yep.
So most of the grapes here come from that ranch, but it's going to pair perfectly with this kind of a salad because with your vinaigrette, you always want to pair a wine to the sauce. So
Absolutely.
This particular case, the dressing is our sauce.
Now I got to ask you a question because
Sure,
I know folks,
sure.
you probably wondered this yourself. I always do. Is you have a great bottle like this, but it's got a screw cap on it. Now, what is the difference between having a screw cap and a natural cork, if you will?
It's a great question. We actually call these Stelvin closures, and they
Self-enclosure instead of a screw cap.
Stelvin closure.
I see.
If you want to get technical.
Yeah, all right.
Or screw top.
All right.
A screw top works just fine on this.
But doesn't that take away the romance of opening a bottle of wine when you got that
You-
cork and that cork opener, the wine? I just love that part of it. But I'm old school. What can I
I
say?
don't disagree, but with the Sauvignon Blanc, actually Australia, New Zealand, almost all of them, have.
All right, I'll let you off the hook on that one.
Up.
Okay, so
All
we're going to
right.
open this thing up. Why don't you open it up now?
Sure.
The other thing, folks, that I think is also a great way to pair this is with a non-alcoholic beverage, and we're going to use our organic green tea. It's actually a
delicious.
jasmine tea.
Sounds delicious.
And I'm going to use my hands. I mean, it comes with this little thing here, but does anybody ever use that? I don't. I'm just going to put my a few ice in here. And the other thing I want to tell you about is this pitcher. I absolutely love it. It's got all these great little fish on it, but the bad thing about it is you can't, it's a dribbler, okay? So I'm going to do it over here.
Oh, that looks
Yeah, but look at this.
very
That is the
refreshing.
jasmine organic green tea. So folks, you have your choice between non-alcoholic and alcoholic. And
Let's pour some wine over
let's pour
here.
some wine for sure. I'm going to let you pour the wine.
Sure.
I'll hold the glass.
Here you go.
Dynamite.
Got it?
I do.
Thank you.
And because in a celebration of Brandy joining us as our beverage expert, let's have the wine.
Let's
What do you think? Okay.
Cheers.
And let's dive into this. So you sample this baby right here, and let me know what you think, because I think this is just an amazing, amazing dish. And again, it's unique, it's fresh, and again, you can go to our website, betterhealthgreaterwealth.tv, and you can get the entire recipe on that. What do you think of that? Is that incredible? Talk with your mouth full. Go ahead, Brent.
Delicious. Delicious. I love the addition with the blueberries and the blue cheese. Really.
All right,
stands
now
out.
I'm gonna try it.
All right.
I'm going to just talk to you about pairing real quick.
Perfect.
I think pairing a good wine to an excellent dish, if you will, is probably the best thing you can possibly do if you really want to enjoy the full, if you will, romance of a meal, because it brings out the incredible flavors, I think,
right.
of the meal itself. And I guess there's an art to it. A lot of people think there is an art to pairing wine. I think it's really what you like. It's according to your own taste.
That's the beauty of wine, because it's what your palate, it may be different than my palate, but when you have something like this kind of a dish with the right kind of pairing in this particular wine, it really brings our wines to life.
Absolutely. And I got to
So-
tell you something. It used to be the old rule that, white you use with fish and red you use with meat, but that's sort of out the window, isn't it?
You you can pair some beautiful Pinot Noirs with salads like this, or some buttery Chardonnays, with some heavier dishes as well. So we'll get into that.
Okay, my
next
last
time.
question for you right now.
You got it.
You see how I'm holding this glass? And I have these big mitts, and it's going to warm the wine, so that's probably not the best way to hold it. Okay, folks, stay tuned. Here's another one of Rob's food facts. Did you know that tomatoes were once referred to as love apples? Yeah, that's true. It's a superstition, but people thought when they ate them, they were going to fall in love. How about that? More after this break.